Hello there, my very good friends. The Royal Rumble is around the corner. Today we are going to predict all 30 entrants into the men's match. We will be back next week with the same video for the women's match. But before that, let's kick this thing off with number one on our list. And these aren't necessarily in order. It's LA Knight.
Yeah!
I mean, he's got to be in there, hasn't he? He's one of the most popular guys in the company. Many people have pinpointed him as a potential world title contender. Could he win it? I don't know, but he's going to be in it.
Probably not, but yeah, he's going to get a decent showcase in there. And he's going to be followed by entrant number 2, or should I say entrant number 2 woo-woo. It's Matt Cardona. He used to be Zack Ryder, didn't he? I think it'd be a great addition to the Rumble. I think you'd get a huge pop, and this is the sort of thing the Rumble's built on. You know, people who are going to be surprise appearances, they're not going to win the whole thing, but they're going to set up a feud for WrestleMania, get him in there, get him back in WWE.
And he said just recently as well that if he did ever go back to WWE, it would be as Matt Cardona and not as Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder, of course, died when Kane pushed him off the stage in his wheelchair, which was really mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, number 3, we've got a total dickhead, Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, I mean, he's just a real piece of crap.
Yeah.
He's a no-good dirtbag, and people will boo him.
And you want to get him in there early so he can do the spot where he knocks down like everyone in the ring, or stands tall, and then someone massive enters to murder him, basically. That will not be entrant number 4. Someone whose head could fill up possibly 2 spots in the Royal Rumble.
It's Big Head Man!
It's JD McDonough!
Sorry.
They'll team up and they'll do the beat down on LA Knight and Matt Cardona and get a load of heat probably off the back of it. Because yeah, they are both arseholes.
Prominent guy. Don't Google him, of course, classically. Featured guy on TV, so he's going to be in the Rumble. Now, you want someone to do some big spots?
Yes, please.
You want someone to do some flips and things? Ill-advised, going to the top rope in the Royal Rumble. But at number 5, we've got Ricochet.
Yes.
Who, like, you know, you want some kind of spectacular highlight reel moments.
Had the big spot at the Rumble last year, of course.
He did.
Yeah, absolutely. Would love to see him in there. Again, someone who's not going to win the whole thing, but he's going to do something unforgettable. Entrant 6 might be the one chucking him about, though. It's Big Bronson Reed. I have fallen in love with him and someone else who's about to make an appearance in the Royal Rumble over last year. And yeah, he could be a perfect person that Dominic Mysterio's like, look at me, who's going to stop me in the Royal Rumble? This guy is, because look at the bloody size of him.
And how are they going to get him over the top rope, Adam?
It's a very good point.
Well, there's one man who's certainly capable of doing that, maybe on his own, and that's this guy, Ivar.
What a year he had last year.
What a year. The only question I have is, can we make the Royal Rumble Viking rules?
Yeah, can he come down?
The whole thing.
You know when they did the thing where they had the people enter the Rumble and some of the bigger lads went on like a Segway or whatever? Can he have that, but just is made into a little mini Viking boat?
It's a longboat.
Yeah, exactly.
He actually has to row it down, so it takes 5 minutes. There's no water is the real issue here, but yeah, it could be fun.
Well, he's getting there eventually. All right, let's move on to entrant number 8. You want to see some NXT stars. You want to see this guy who's going to be on the main roster in 2024. I love me some Bron Breakker, and I think, I know we've already seen him on the main roster. He popped up on that Raw after WrestleMania to win his NXT title back many moons ago. But he has the best spear in wrestling, and he's going to kill dudes in this Rumble.
I really enjoyed him and Baron Corbin's interactions this week. You're an asshole, I'm an asshole. Let's be assholes together. He can be an asshole in the Rumble.
Yes, he's just gonna murder. Like that. I love Ricochet, and I want him to do some high flying spots, but I would love to him to be going something big and not do what happened to Shane McMahon when he got speared, but get speared out of the air, please.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, how about we go from an NXT call up to a return? He's on his way, seemingly back to WWE. It's Andrade. He's a free agent. He's left AEW. He's been heavily linked to WWE. He might show up on tonight's SmackDown for all we know. He seems like a dead cert to go back there. And if I'm WWE, I'd probably just bring him back in the Rumble.
And it makes sense to do the spot where someone thinks, right, I've got him, I'm going to eliminate him, I'm throwing him towards the ropes, and he does the Tranquilo spot because obviously, great to see Andrade back in WWE. And speaking of returns to WWE, entrant number 10 is a perfect 10, Ty Dillinger.
If Triple H doesn't do this, what are we doing here?
If you're going to bring him back, it literally I mean, his gimmick should have been perfect 30, and then he would have had more of a chance to win the Rumble. But if you're going to bring Ty Dillinger back, he just left AEW at the end of last year, of course, you have to bring him back at 10. And I'm intrigued to see what Ty does in WWE. Obviously, he had the big spot appearing in the Rumble, and they did a little bit with him. He did some sort of mid-card title stuff, but never really achieved what I thought he could achieve. After his time in AEW, who knows? But yeah, it has to be number 10.
Yeah. I mean, why would you do anything else? Literally anything else with that spot. Let's do something different at number 11, because he's already in the match, and it's not the perfect 11. Boom. Brock Lesnar. There you go. I mean, I know I said at the start we're not doing this in order, but actually, if this was in order, imagine Ty Dillinger coming down doing his bleh, 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 and then Brock Lesnar comes out and just Germans him out of the ring.
Breaks both of his hands.
Eats his fingers. Uses the bones as a toothpick.
But who is going to take out Brock Lesnar, because he's not winning the Rumble in my booking? It has to be entrant number 12 even. I mean, they always have the spot, don't they? Have two people looking at each other and then looking up at the WrestleMania sign. Sometimes it doesn't work because it's John Cena and Randy Orton, and we've seen that match a million times. But Gunther Brock, I mean, I've pitched about a million different matches for Gunther if he still has the title by WrestleMania 40. Chad Gable's won. I pitched Randy Orton the other day on the news. But Gunther Brock, come on.
It's quite simply a match that has to happen, and we're better than WrestleMania.
Yeah. Obviously, Gunther had an amazing run in last year's Rumble. He's not winning it again this year in my book. But I would also quite like to see a weird team-up of Brock and Gunther. Or a chop-off. Like, come here, I've got Dominic Mysterio. Right, you have that. Great, I'm Dominic JD McDonald. You have some of that then.
I'm in.
I think that might be I don't need to watch any more of the match after that.
Well, the Royal Rumble is all about stories. That is a very good story. And another man who's fond of stories is number 13. Shinsuke Nakamura. He like reads books on Raw.
He does now, yeah.
Like he's been in a pretty prominent position as of late. He's been feuding with the Code Man. He's been feuding with Seth Rollins, of course. There was that story a few months ago about how WWE were like, "Hey, Kazuchika Okada, look how good we're pushing your friend." So that's going to continue. He's going to keep getting pushed. And Nakamura, number 13.
He's a good entrant, a previous Royal Rumble winner, of course. And in that Royal Rumble, in fact, they had that bit of a stare down, if you remember, where it was like the legends, the older guys, the more established people, and the more up and coming NXT talent. And I believe one of his mates in that situation was the next entrant. Is that right, Finn Balor?
Yes. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But yeah, Finn Balor, obviously just having the best time in the Judgment Day right now. We've got 3/4 of the men's team of Judgment. Well, no, actually, 3/5. I've not included R-Truth in that mathematics. But the majority of the Judgment Day are in there. Will Damian Priest make an appearance? Stick around.
Okay, up next on the list. It's kind of a return because he's been off TV for a little while. Sami Zayn.
Yes.
Why the heck not? I think he just said he might have been injured on a house show.
Yeah, he had to have like 12 staples in his head or something.
Yeah, hopefully that's not too bad. Otherwise we look like twats. But, Sami's been taking some time off from TV at the very least. He had a very, very strong 2023. Headlined a night of WrestleMania, of course. Had the big title fight with Roman at Elimination Chamber. Should he have won? That debate's 10 months old, so probably shouldn't bring it back. But yeah, Sami's a must-have, and he's going to get a major pop.
I like that. They have a bit of a pocket of like NXT stars there as well. Shinsuke, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn. And next, entering the Royal Rumble, is entrant number 16, Sheamus. We haven't seen him since August, since his match with Edge, of course. He has been away. A load of speculation on what Sheamus' future is in 2024, but he's kind of a must-have in the Rumble, especially because you can do the spot where someone gets thrown over the top rope and they skin the cat and they're like, aha, and then he just chops the crowd or beats the bodger out of their chest and they go, you know what, I think I'm just going to get out of the Rumble.
Yeah, I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
I don't really want to take any more of this punishment. After he comes in, let's get a similar giant bruising powerhouse hoss
Just remember who this is.
of a wrestler, the new Vader, in my opinion, actually, Grayson Waller.
Aussie Miz.
He's been focused very heavily as Aussie Miz on WWE television, alongside Austin Theory.
Yeah.
Perfect couple of just the worst guys in the world. Well, maybe not the worst guys in the world.
He knows his role and he plays it very well. I will say this for Grayson Bloody Waller. And you want to set up potentially something, I suppose, for him to do in the pay-per-view following, premium live event, following this one, because they're going to Australia, of course.
Of course.
So yeah, have him do something. I would like him to run down, because obviously he does that outside-in cutter thing that
Yeah.
he does as his finish. That'd be nice as a right. I always like when people come in and meet, rather than just come in and go, oh, bloody get in the corner, you.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have him do that on Uber. Let's pick someone. Ivar. See what happens.
Ivar would bump like a Mother Hubbard for that.
Oh,
so,
hell yeah.
Let's go.
And he is going to be followed by another one of my favourites from SmackDown, Santos Escobar. He has been sensational, obviously, since his split from the LWO, his betrayal, his attack on Rey Mysterio. I'm predicting more big things for him in 2024, and a decent showing in the Royal Rumble will do that. Again, not someone who's going to be, I mean, even in the final four for me, but he just is a megastar in my opinion. Really like Santos Escobar, and yeah, you just have to have him in the Rumble.
Absolutely. And you speak of the final four. I mean, this guy's probably still the final one. Skadoosh. There he is.
I'm nervous.
The cold man. It's a little bit dicey at the moment. Dwayne had to show up and maybe cut one of the worst promos of his career.
And yet, also the best.
Also, I still popped for it. What can I say? The man's absolutely magic. And also a dope. You know, CM Punk's lurking around. But for me, the Code Man still has to win it. If you don't finish the story, burn the book.
Yeah, and I think as well, you can't have Cody. I mean, you could arguably, like you say, this is not a definitive. We're saying this is the entrance, the way that they're going to come out, but you certainly can't have Cody come out at 30 again, because it was sort of allowed last year. This year it's a bit like, kind of taking a bit of a shortcut to winning the Rumble there, Cody. You want to get him in there with a load of people to just remind us just how phenomenal Cody Rhodes is. Yeah, I still want Cody to finish the story at WrestleMania.
Me too.
Does he win the Rumble?
Let us know in the comments section below.
Yeah.
Should he win? And if not, Cody, who?
Well, I'll tell you who else it could be. Good luck getting this bloke over the top rope. It's entrant number 20, Bobby Lashley. Love his new partnership with this. Well, it's not even new really now, but his team with the Street Profits. And yeah, if you've still got Gunther and Brock in there, meet for me, please.
Big Bob.
Big Bob.
Big bloody Bob. Why the hell not?
And Ivar and Bronson Reed. Got some big lads in here.
You do indeed.
Kick ass.
So we're going to go in a completely different direction.
Okay.
We're going to go from a wrestler to a manager.
Ooh.
Paul Heyman. Solo Sikoa, obviously.
Yeah.
You want to do some bloodline stuff. You want to do some interesting stuff with, spoiler alert, another name we're going to talk about in a little bit. You kind of have to have Solo in there.
Yeah, and I think if you've got Cody Rhodes in and around his entrance time, that makes a lot of sense, obviously, considering their history. Another one who should dominate. Is Solo the one I want to get the most eliminations in this Rumble?
Ooh.
They've really gone big on him. Obviously, he dominated John Cena. Give him the most eliminations.
Why the hell not? Be a nice little feather in his
Just remember, Braun Breaker's. People are going to die in this Rumble. It's
Yeah,
going to be awesome.
There's a lot of really hard-hitting human beings.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, Bob Lashley.
And a former MMA
Gunther.
fighter coming out next. So
Technically correct. It's Shane McMahon.
either or. It's the punker. It's CM Punk, entrant number 22. If not Cody, it has to be Punk winning the Rumble for me. I also think there's an argument to be made to have Punk win the Rumble. I know, yes, well, how does Cody get to WrestleMania? We'll deal with that another time. But if Punk wins the Rumble and declares he wants to fight for the World Heavyweight Championship, that again reiterates that it's not just this secondary belt, basically.
Yeah.
Get him out there. Get him, and also get him working with, like I say, not out of well, maybe he is number 30, but regardless, get him out there when there's plenty of people in the ring so he can set up potential future feuds, because I want CM Punk to be around a long time in WWE this time, and I want him to have a lot of potential fights.
That is the perfect segue, actually, to the next entry, because when you think about people you want CM Punk to face in WWE, it's a long, long list. So many fresh options. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. Why not run Brock Lesnar back? That was always great.
Yes.
Nia Jax, of course. But the real answer, the first one on a lot of people's wish lists, if he's not going to fight for a world title... You ready for this? I don't know if you can actually eliminate this man without his knees exploding, but boom.
Jesus
Steve
Christ.
Austin, brother. Look, this has been speculated for WrestleMania. I have no idea if it would be any good, but I can tell you that I would enjoy the hell out of it, even if it was awful.
Just imagine, like, whatever number it is, 23, 27, 31, who cares? Actually, entrant number 1, Dominic Mysterio. Entrant number 2, Stone Cold. Just the glass shattering for that. What? His little face. No!
Okay, there's 2 things I want to see in wrestling in WWE in 2024. First on the list is still Rhea Ripley punching Dominic Mysterio in the face. Second is that.
Yeah.
There we go.
But you mentioned, potential CM Punk opponents. How about someone he's faced in AEW showing up, well, sort of, because entrant number 24 is The Miz. I'm joking, of course. Calm down, everybody. The Miz kind of just automatically, although I was about to say, automatically gets a spot in the Rumble, just like Kofi Kingston. I've just realised I've missed him off my list. So, for one of the names I mentioned, just replace it with Kofi Kingston, because Kofi has to be in there to do his elimination spot. It's fine. If not The Miz, then Kofi. But The Miz, again, obviously he's got a history with Gunther in there. He could have some history with Stone Cold Steve Austin I've forgotten about.
Yeah, he's got...
you do a talk show, I do a talk show, so who's got the best one?
We're feuding now. You could also, there's a few good candidates for this role. Grayson Waller, Dominic Mysterio. If you want your Santino Bushwhacker Luke 2-second elimination.
Ooh.
Not a bad option.
Yeah.
It is. Not a bad option. Right, we're getting into the final stretches here.
Yeah.
Number 25 in Da Rumble, NXT Zone, this week at least. Kevin Owens. Another staple of WWE high-level programming. One of the most likable guys in the world. Kevin Owens.
I've just realised something as well. There's this name and a name I'm about to mention that could both be in a US title match on the Rumble. So I tell you what, if Kevin Owens is busy doing that, that's where Kofi Kingston can go.
Double duty, baby.
Oh, double duty.
Let's go.
I think people would be less pissed off than when Roman showed up. When he did the title match, they went, actually, I'll go number 30 as well. When people were like, it's going to be Joe, it's going to be fit. Roman. Yeah, Kevin Owens great, and he could fight anyone in this. But you could always do the bit where the ring's been emptied and it's just him and Sami Zayn, and they're like, well, here we go again.
Cinema, mate. Cinema.
And entrant number 26, again, this is not necessarily the order we're predicting, but just in terms of people being involved in it, it has to be Senor Money in the Bank himself, Damian Priest. He doesn't just want one world title shot, he's having bloody 2.
Yeah, double up, why not? He's headlined both nights of WrestleMania.
Another person who could get the most eliminations, I think Damian Priest is set for a huge 2024, regardless of, Punk and Cody and Rock and all the world title stuff. I still think he's going to hold the world title at some point in 2024. And yeah, give him some big eliminations.
Fire up the hot tub. Remember that photo, Triple H? What a strange man. Not Damien, he's wonderful.
No.
But, speaking of, maybe...
Yeah, good luck segue in this.
I was going to say, speaking of wonderful, but what's the opposite of wonderful? It's Austin Theory.
That's my Bushwhacker elimination, but Santino, 2-seconder there.
I mean, it's not a bad shout. He's a goober. Look, I'm joking around, but every Royal Rumble needs a 3-star wrestler in it, so there he is.
It would be really funny, actually, if he did get the lucky number 27 spot and then immediately got eliminated.
Yeah, why not? He's going to win.
He's going to do some awesome stuff. You could set up something to be more genuine. You could do something in this match where him and Grayson team up to eliminate a couple of people to set up some wild 8-10 down under tag match at Elimination Chamber. But entrant number 28 is going to be great as well because it is going to be one AJ Styles. Great to have him back in WWE. Bit of an arsehole now.
Yeah.
But I love that version of him. And yeah, up onto the apron. Off the top rope, phenomenal forearm to some twat.
Easy game. Right, let's roll into the final 2 here. At number 29, which is one less than 30,
nice.
Maths. Jey Uso.
Yeah, who's getting yeeted out of the Rumble? Huh?
Probably Solo Sikoa, eh?
Good point.
Interesting interactions between those two. Maybe his scamp brother, that rapscallion Jimmy, will come in and cause some issues.
Or he does not even in the Rumble and he just eliminates him.
Yeah.
Oh, you git.
Beat him up like Nia Jax and R-Truth.
As if they ever needed any more fuel to that fire. They're taking Jimmy and Jay to WrestleMania, but Jay's going to get one of the biggest reactions in the Rumble, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That whole crowd's going to be bouncing for him, and yeah, and he deserves it. I love Jey Uso.
And he might be in the main event because his name is Main Event.
That's a good point. Spoiler alert.
So, there you go. Kind of ruined that one.
But who is going to be entrant number 30? Again, not necessarily predicting the numbers.
Let's build it up.
How about someone else working double duty on the Royal Rumble?
There's the eel.
Forgot about the US title match, didn't I? Logan Paul, he would boil some piss if he came out twice in one night. But I had a contingency plan for this. If not Logan Paul, obviously you'd probably have someone like Punk or Stone Cold coming out at number 30. But if not Logan Paul, what if you do the Nia Jax R-Truth spot? Logan Paul comes out, he's necking some prime, he's being in bell end. And who attacks him? Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock in the Royal Rumble. You heard it first.
He has just signed a Legends contract.
Let's have it, baby.
The most dangerous man in the world.
Can you imagine? Him and Stone Cold in the same... What year is it?
Welcome back, SmackDown 1 on PS1.
I love this. I can't wait to do the Women's Royal Rumble
Hell
now.
yeah. Thank you so much for joining us for this video. All 30 men's Royal Rumble entrants. If you liked this video, check this one out. We'll be back next week with the women's one.
Bye.